Hi, I'm Dejah, and this is my story.
What's your story?
Gotcha. So for the world, I'm like, tell them where you from.
I'm from New Orleans, born and raised in the nine.
The nine.
Yeah.
Hey, was you
People
afraid
be
to say
so
that at
like,
first?
yeah, when I be telling people that and they look at me side eye.
And why you think they look like two side eye?
They be judging the nine. Like, they be calling it dirty and they be calling us dirty. They be saying we can't dress.
So far as yourself, hey, but how it was for you growing up, I'm like in the night war.
I live with my dad there, my grandparents, but my mom, like, she stayed in Metairie, so, like, I would be back and forth with that. It was cool though. I used to just be outside playing with my cousins.
Dang.
I miss those days.
And so you had like a little bit of like both worlds. It like
Yeah.
Metairie and like the night war.
Yeah, it's like, cause like Stan, like when your parents, or normally when your parents divorce and shit, like most people like go live with their mom. So like I would stay with her during the week, and then like she used to work over weekends and shit. Like she's an RN, so I used to go by my grandparents and like my dad like during the
And so
weekends.
mom was making that money.
Yeah, she still is making that money too.
Hey, but my wife was RN, I know.
But yeah, I used to like our church is like right down the street from the house, so we used to walk there like on Sundays and shit. It was cool, like me and all my cousins. And then they moved to Texas and shit. And
and
we all
so
just grew
and so
up.
like did they move to like Texas for like Hurricane Katrina, or they just moved, period?
I think it was because of Hurricane
Right.
Katrina.
Okay.
Like now that I'm thinking about it, I think that's why. But I don't know.
Right.
Really gotta ask my
And
auntie
well, you
why
about
they
to tell
moved.
your age right now. Hey, but how old were you when Hurricane Katrina hit?
Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005. So I was born in 2001, like 4.
So you don't remember
Like
anything. Hey, but you only seen videos, huh?
I don't remember shit. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of do because the street that I lived on, Metropolitan Street, is like really my family for real. Like it's like my grandparents' house, then my great grandma's house, then my auntie house, and then the church. It's like, and then like we know the other people that like stay there and shit. Like, but I remember like my grandpa, like his house was fucked, and then like we had to stay in like a trailer, and then like he rebuilt it himself.
Yeah, but he made one
He
his house
rebuilt
back then.
every house on that street, actually, probably.
Oh, but shout out Grandpa.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out Grandpa. Gotcha. So like growing up in New Orleans, I'm I'm like, what high school? I'm like, did you actually graduate from?
I graduated from West Jeff.
Hey, on the West Bank.
Right, like I feel like I got a taste of every like part.
And so how was that for you?
I'm not gonna lie, it was depressing. Like when I was in high school, like my sophomore year, I left. And then my junior and senior year, I moved to the West Bank. And like I didn't know nobody. So I was just like kind of like by myself. And then like I would sit in the back and just listen to music. And then people like they would talk to me because they see me like on Instagram and shit, but like they weren't like my real friends cuz like I just moved over here, like I'm fresh on the West Bank. I don't really know nobody besides like my hair braider. Shout out to Jada. But her sister graduated the same year as me and she was like, "I know you, like my sister be doing your hair." And like we used to always go viral and shit cuz like I used to just get like crazy ass like braid designs and then it was pink, so like everybody would like they would fuck with it. So that's how she knew me and I just started hanging out with her, but I don't know, like my high school years were very depressing for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, did you like go through any type of like depression?
I did, yes.
And so what
But
happened?
I don't know, I just felt like I was alone really, but it was only because like I didn't have any friends there. Like I was just new to the West Bank. But and then like my other friends went to McMain and shit like that. Like they didn't really have no time to hang out with me. They was doing their own shit. Just really by myself for real. Hanging out with my older sister. But fuck. She couldn't come to school with me. So like
Gotcha.
I was just there.
And so like after high school, I'm like, did you actually did you actually like go to did you actually like go to like college?
I wanted to go to college, but like Okay, this is where it get crazy at, cause like when I hit my senior year, I had a car, so I started skipping school and stuff, and like I had to do like seat time and shit like that. Then COVID hit, and I ain't really had to do no seat time. At that point, they kind of really just passed me. So I wasn't thinking about college because I knew what I wanted to do already. Like I wanted to design and make clothes. And I just felt like I didn't really have to go to like college for them to teach me how to be creative. So I didn't. And I just thugged it out. Cause I already didn't like school. Like I was already skipping class and shit and not going to school, like hating to wake up. So like
And so you kind of basically, I knew like, hey, but I'm not going to college, and I'm not going, actually, I'm like work for no one either.
nah.
And you knew it from the jump, right?
I knew like that just wasn't the life that I wanted to live. I
Gotcha.
can't be controlled. And I feel like that's kind of where like my my brand's name comes from, StarCensored. Like it's the complete opposite. Like censored is like you don't really it's not too much like open. So like that's how I am for real. Like I'm not really open. Like I was depressed. I was to myself in high school. So I just wanted to like do the complete opposite of that and just like have like my brand name StarCensored. So
Gotcha. So I'm like, what year did you actually create your, with your brand?
I don't even know. Like probably like 2020.
I was about to say that's
I
not
just
good. You gotta put on the
yeah.
EST, you gotta put, you gotta tell people when you
Probably
start your
like
brand.
2020, 2021. I don't know. I just literally woke up one day and I was like, I want to learn how to crochet. And
It was the
like I watched
pandemic
a
time.
YouTube video and I made an outfit and posted it on Instagram.
Yeah, but it was the pandemic time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Like around that time, like I was crocheting and shit.
You gotta
Like,
find that date on Instagram. Like, yeah, this was the day I started.
I literally can, but I don't know, bro.
So for the people who don't know, I'm like, tell them actually, I'm like, what type of like business do you have?
I have a crochet and knitwear brand. It's a clothing brand, StarCensored.
So like, how was it? I'm like inspired.
How was my brand inspired? I started making clothes because like I would go to the mall and shit and like I didn't like the clothes. So I was just like, I need to start making clothes.
Like, man, this mall wank, man. I need to make my
Yeah.
own shit.
Like I wasn't feeling it, man. And I knew like I been knew I was different. Like I been knew like I wasn't never gonna be like following trends and shit. Cause it started getting like played to me. Like I hated all of that shit at the mall. Like I hate Paxson. I hate Forever 21.
Hey man, you gotta speak your truth.
I mean, you know, I don't knock it, but I
it's your
hate
story.
it. Like, and that's why I started making my own shit because it just wasn't for me.
Gotcha.
And then like I posted it on Instagram and people started fucking with it. I didn't know that they was gonna fuck with it, but I was just like, fuck it. Like I launched my first website. Nobody bought nothing.
Hey, but how did that feel?
I mean, I kind of feel like it had to happen for me to get like more motivated and like it pushed me because I'm like, do they not like this? Like, do I gotta come harder? You know?
Hey. So how was it when you first actually sold your first piece?
When I first sold, okay, my sister taught me how to sew with my bare fucking hands. Like, it was my eighth grade prom or whatever. Like, I had got a dress, and I'm kind of short. If you don't know, I'm short as hell, and the dress was long. So I had to hem it, and I didn't have no money like to go and like get it altered. My mama was like, "I'm not paying for that or whatever." You know, she wasn't. So I was just like, "I'm gonna figure it out and do it myself." So I literally just hemmed it. I asked my sister how, and that's how I started like sewing. That's how I learned how to sew. And I actually couldn't even go to the prom. Like, I got there and it was like, you can't go because your dress is strapless.
Oh, so they was hating on you.
Right.
And so how did that make you feel? You're like, man, if I did all this work for no reason?
I mean, I was the baddest. I was gonna be the baddest stepping in there. Like, why? It made me feel like, what the fuck? I just went out to eat after.
Dang.
And my date was looking all cute.
Yeah, how about that? Did you have a prom date?
We was really shitting on everybody there. Like, I honestly don't even think it was my 8th grade prom. Like, it was his. Like, I was in 7th grade. And like he took me as his,
As his date?
Yeah. And he couldn't even go because I had a strapless dress on.
Oh, but was he mad at you?
No.
He wasn't tripping, huh?
He wasn't mad. He took me out to eat after instead. Like,
he's like, fuck it, we gonna do something, huh?
Gotcha. We got all dressed up. Gotcha. Then we was like in fucking 8th grade, so we went to Applebee's.
and you had a
We had no money to go eat out like at a nice steakhouse or nothing like that. Like,
you had 2 for $20?
I don't know about that. We probably did get the 2 for $20. That's insane.
Hey. It was all about having quality time. Gotcha. Yeah. So, like, how does it feel to be one business owner in New Orleans? Like, I was saying before the camera started, like, it's a hard city. Like, a lot of people don't really have no money to spend.
Yeah. And
so how do you feel about that?
I just feel like I'm never going to lower my, like, prices. I'm never going to lower my... Like, I know my worth. Like, if y'all fuck with it, y'all fuck with it. If not, it's just not for y'all. It don't really affect me at all because I understand, like... But then again, I don't understand because it's people out here that, like, they spend a lot of money on designer, like Balenciaga and shit like that, but they'll see, like, a local brand that's, like, actually, like, trying to do some shit and, like, know their worth, and they just downplay it, like, oh, that's too much, or, like, you can't support, but y'all supporting them other big-ass brands and shit. So let's
clock that. I think people just kind of buy what they want. Because, they have some, if they got some brands down here they have a few brands down here that I see people, like, support. I ain't gonna say the people support everybody, but there's a few brands out there.
It's a few. But like I said,
I think people just gotta go find, they gotta find their audience. Like, you gotta advertise in a different city, market.
That's why I said, like, and maybe it's just not for them. Like, it don't affect me, like, at all. If people, like, feel like, like, they can't support me here. I still love y'all. But, like,
you gotta find some support somewhere else.
Somebody gonna support me somewhere. They gonna fuck with this shit somewhere.
Gotcha. So, being one entrepreneur, tell us, what do you enjoy most about it? And, like, tell us, what do you actually hate about it?
What I enjoy about it is making clothes for women and just seeing them in it and, like, like, why not have a badass bitch wearing your shit? Like, that feels so good to me. Like, I love women. I'm here for it. That's the best part about it. I love the outcome of it. And what I don't like about it is... What I don't like about this shit, man? Sometimes I don't like talking to people. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get DMs and shit, and I have to work with people, and they'll just be so, like, unprofessional and complicated, and, like, I need a manager that's gonna, like, talk for me and, like, take my orders for me and, like, orchestrate all of that shit. Because it gets overwhelming sometimes, and, like, yeah.
You don't need a manager. You need, like, a PR or possibly one assistant or something like that.
Yeah, like, something. Somebody need to help me because I don't
you just don't feel like talking, huh?
Huh?
Oh, you just don't feel like doing, like, all the talking, right?
Not all the talking, because, like, I would love to get their feedback and, like, talk to who is supporting me, but it's just, like, that type of stuff, like, actually, like, getting the DMs and the emails and keeping up with it. Sometimes that's what I don't like. Gotcha. Like, it gets overwhelming.
So what can you say is your most greatest gift that you ever greatest piece that you ever created?
My greatest piece that I've ever created?
It was something that you created, like, wow, like, man, Yeah, but I really did that.
Okay, so I didn't tell you guys this, but I didn't go to college, but I did a 1-year fashion program here. It's called Material Institute. I did it like 2 years ago, and we had like a fashion show, so I had to design like a whole collection. I had to get all that shit situated, and I designed like a black dress, and it had like it was inspired by a tarantula. So that was my favorite piece ever. Like I actually wore it for Halloween last year.
Okay. So we gonna send us that picture so we know and we can add it to the video.
Yeah, I got you.
Got you. Hey, so tell us what's next for you?
What's next for me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, right now I'm working on another pop-up shop in May. I'm planning on having one. And unfortunately, this year's it's gonna be my last year here.
You ready to move?
I'm moving. So I wanna expand my brand and like move to a different state and network with people there. I'm always come back here, but I just feel like it's my time to branch off and just like start popping my shit in other states for
Hey,
real.
but have you ever been to one? I'm like pop up anywhere else?
No, I haven't.
Well, they have a big pop up like in Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah, they do it like once a. They probably do it like once a month. It's like a big warehouse. It got all like
See,
local
they don't have shit like
indie
that
fashion
here.
designers. Yeah, but I've been to it. It's big.
That they need some shit like that here.
And so like it would just. And so just like imagine like a Walmart, I'm like full of like just
just brands
like
like see that's what I mean. But
I'm
like,
gonna see you the
people don't
page.
be fucking like
Yeah.
they don't do that shit here. Like,
Well, we don't have like the market. Well,
yes, we
matter of
do.
fact, we have the market, but I don't think we have the venues to like for is the people that actually really do it.
Bruh, just how they have fucking French Quarter Fest. You see that shit that they doing? They
That's
can
dope.
do that shit with local brands out here. It's so many of us. Why we not like?
There was a whole lot of brands right now, but like I'm talking about this like an old like Walmart warehouse. They got like if you pay for parking to get in the place. I'm gonna show it to you. It's real dope, dude.
I need to start doing shit like that. That's why.
Like you don't even have to. Hey, but if I was you and I was moving to Atlanta, but I'll start going out there first and start like bringing my clothes out there. And before I move, and just let people know, well, hey, but I'm coming there.
I was just out there last month.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you when we done. Gotcha.
I did a photo shoot out there.
So how was that?
It was cool. It was good. I fuck with it. That's actually how like that's what I started doing first. I was modeling and shit.
And so what happened with that? And so what happened with your I'm like modeling. I'm like career. I want to say that.
I mean, I guess it's still going.
Okay.
But like,
hey, but are you still modeling for brands and different things?
Yeah, I just modeled for a brand in Atlanta. Okay. But my modeling career just started off like I was just hanging out with my friends a lot when I could, and then like one of my closest friends, R.I.P. Yancey, like he was a photographer, and on the weekends we would just get together and like do teenage shit, and like he would like have a fucking camera and shit and just be taking pictures of us, and then like he'll post them, and then that's when people would like reach out to me, like they started reaching out and like asking me to model for them and shit. But I don't know, I kind of stopped modeling once I started my own brand for real, because I was like, I don't really have time to model someone else's brand right now because I'm modeling mine. It's like I'm working on my shit.
You gotta be a walking brand.
Yeah, I was just focused on myself at the time. But I mean, I just recently started again. Like I just was saying that I need to start modeling.
Actually, I'm like, before we leave, like, I'm like, what's your advice to anyone that's watching this interview thinking about following? I'm like, behind, if like follow behind your brand, if your footsteps, I'm like, etc.
Anyone following behind my brand, I just want y'all to wake up every day and do what y'all want to do. Cunt as fuck. Like, don't hold back nothing. Don't let nobody tell you what you need to be doing or tell you what you're doing, you need to do it differently. Just do what you want to do and stay true to yourself. That's really, that's me and my brand. So if you following me, that's what you need to be following.
Gotcha. And also, last but not least, tell the world, what can they find on social media and on everywhere else?
You can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is Dejah Danielle. The H in my name is a 9. And my brand's name is StarCensored. With a C, not an S.
All right. Hey, but that's half of a story because, but one day, but she might come back and tell the rest of it.
Yeah, I was saying that. I was saying that because I was kind of nervous about this. So I called my dad today. And I haven't talked to him in a while. Like, we had, like, a disagreement. But I was like, I need to, like, talk to him and get, like, some courage. Because he going to be the one to tell me. So, like, I called him. And he like, Dejah, just go there and be yourself. Like, this is how you got the interview. You got the interview by being yourself. So just go there and just do what you do. And
you're here.
Yeah. But I was like, I don't really know because, like, it's like, what's your story? My story, it's not really over yet.
I don't think no one's story is over yet.
Yeah.
Hey, but we might leave out here and see some crazy shit.
Exactly. Like,
just never know. Hey, but the story always continues. Hey, as long as you're breathing.
Yeah, next time we do an interview, we're gonna
do it in Atlanta.
Yeah.
If you ain't on Nolazine, you ain't on